thank you, Sachin, for joining us today on Let's Talk Business by RealtyNXT.
Yeah, hi, Kritika.
So before I start asking you about the housing market, the commercial market, I want to understand, and especially our viewers want to know, how the second COVID wave has impacted the housing demand and prices in Pune real estate market.
See, Kritika, if you ask me specific question, how the second wave has hit the demand in the real estate sector, particularly housing demand. I will say demand is absolutely not affected. Okay. However, the current sale is surely affected. Okay. So housing being a very basic need of anybody, okay, and any family. Okay. So obviously there can be a delay in terms of the buying decision, which is very obvious. So in terms of that, the sale is surely affected of each and every developer. However, in terms of demand, I believe that housing need cannot be completely, terminated or cancelled. It can be delayed. So I look at it as a demand is delayed. Okay, it will come back into action in terms of the closures and the sales the moment the unlock starts in every state.
Okay. So since the pandemic, we have seen, as you said, the home buying has gone up, right? So, but when it comes to the Pune market, you must have noticed demand for a particular segment has gone higher. According to you, which segment has gone higher? Is it a luxury segment or the affordable housing segment?
See, particularly since the last year's pandemic wave, okay, the first phase of Corona, while everybody was expecting that there will be a downfall in the industry, prices will go down, but nothing like that happened. Okay, in fact, the people understood the importance of having their own home. Okay, so first of all, they came out. Okay, and they started buying in huge numbers. Second thing which happened because of the again pandemic was people needed spacious homes. Okay, they wanted extra rooms to take care of again study from home or work from home needs. Okay, and again take care of the family privacy at the same time. Okay, so the requirement of the spacious homes went up. The requirement of instead of 2 BHK, people went for the 3 BHKs. Instead of 1 BHK, people went for the 2 BHK. So gradually you can say, expanded their requirements. Okay, and that is how the business went up across all the segments. To be precise, the business went up in the segment 50 lakhs to 1 crore at a much higher pace. However, this pandemic wave also contributed in the increase of the luxury segment, because that is where people were looking for taking care of their luxurious requirements being in their own project, while they were not allowed to go out to the public places. But certain segments need those kind of recreational facilities for various members of the family. Okay, and those kind of luxurious amenities are offered by only the luxury project. So even the luxury project could see a good amount of rise in offtake after this pandemic hit. Okay, so in short, practically all the segments were doing well and and went up after this pandemic. Obviously, the mid segment and the upper mid segment went up on a much higher scale, but luxury segment, which earlier was not doing so great, I will tell you, there was a silver lining, and they also started doing well after this first pandemic. All in all, it was a fantastic scenario for every real estate group in the country in all the segments.
Okay, that's great to know. So developers right now are fulfilling their prior commitments, trying to meet the deadlines and adjusting the way to manage, expense. And they fear that this wave, the second wave of the strict lockdown will not lead them anywhere. At the same time, we have seen an increment in the input cost of the raw materials. So what's your thought on this situation? What do you think is the need of the hour?
See, obviously, life is the most important thing. Okay, and that's how I believe all the government, be state or the central, has taken care of. So they have avoided use of the strict lockdown. Okay, and under concept of the strict lockdown was completely avoided. So I must appreciate all the governments who have been very sensitive. Okay, towards the public at large. Okay, at the same time, the strict lockdown obviously could have resulted into complete catastrophe and the disasters for anybody and everybody, particularly those who are dependent on daily wages for survival.
Right.
Okay, so I'm sure everybody will appreciate the roles played by the state government as well as the central government, and they have done their job phenomenally well. Coming back to our industry. I do not look at this, whatever lockdown is imposed by the state government as of now currently, okay, will impact the business so much so. While
Okay.
this 2 months surely has taken a hit, no doubt about it, but I look at it as a temporary hit.
Okay.
Okay. And the way last year it bounced back, sooner than anybody could imagine, I expect the same thing to happen even this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I believe that the Chief Minister of Maharashtra already indicated that from 1st June, the unlock phases are going to start.
Right.
Okay. And the moment unlock phase starts and the numbers have already come down, the corona patients have already come down, the recoveries are much higher. So I believe that, the real estate offtake will start picking up very fast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not very negative, very frankly. Okay. Rather, I am quite positive, and I am expecting more customers to come out and buy more spacious homes in the coming period once the unlock starts. So I'm bullish. I'm still bullish. Okay, in terms of business, after the unlock starts.
True. So technology is an amazing game changer. So how has technology changed the game for you at VTP Realty? For what functions has VTP added maximum automation in their process? If you could just let us know few pointers here.
See, at VTP Realty, we have been always believing in tech savvy. Okay, be it any department, okay, or any function of the organization. So even before the pandemic hit the industry.
Right.
Okay, so like we use virtual reality and augmented reality for product presentations. Okay, uh, in fact, we consider ourselves quite fortunate for having the right thinking and the progressive mindset that we were so well equipped even the before the last lockdown that we could not only survive but do phenomenal business just because of the being the tech savvy company. So we have got all the product presentations, by using the virtual reality technology. Okay, one customer can feel that they're actually into the sample flat.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that kind of use of technology has gone in, at every project of VTP Realty. Okay, the entire team of sales, sales team of the VTP Realty is, well trained and well equipped to use all these, new technologies and online methods to, present the product to the customers in a manner that customer and families feel comfortable.
Right.
Okay, so they were all well equipped. Okay, and that's the reason when the first lockdown happened last year and the world was trying to understand what is this lockdown all about and how to handle it,
Yeah.
VTP was one of the first real estate company in the country to
Mm.
take the lead and show it to the world how to do business in the lockdown. Okay, and we are very proud, and of our team who led it by example, and we did 510 bookings in the lockdown period last year, which is
Mm.
absolutely highest for the Pune city developer. Okay, and this was not done to any NRI segment or no 1090 scheme or no 2080 scheme.
Mm.
All the regular business, regular bookings, sitting at home while using the technology. That's one part.
Mm.
That's coming to the sales. Coming to the CRM part of it. Okay, so we got even the post sales experience is completely, you can say, using the technology. So like at VTP Realty, the moment customer buys an apartment and the apartment is registered, he gets a login ID password of a customer portal. We call it a VCare customer portal.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the advantage of this portal for the customer is like this? They could be anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, they may not be in physically touch with the their relationship managers.
Right.
Okay, but what happens here is that portal gives you anything and everything information about the your project, your unit, your financial transaction, everything what you are dealing with the VTP. So be it the kind of product that you have bought,
Mm.
okay, the technical realities, okay, the parking that you bought, the kind of demand which is raised, okay, the payment that you have done, the receipts, the agreement to sale that is executed, the copy of those, okay, the construction progress, the videos and the photos, the current status of it. You
Mm.
can also reach our customer care team, through the portal itself. And
Mm.
everything what is happening at the VTP Realty is communicated on the portal.
Mm.
So it is accessible on the mobile as well as the PC.
Mm.
Okay, so what does it mean? You could be anywhere in the world, okay, but you know what's happening at your project at VTP Realty.
Right.
Okay, you are getting all the receipts, you are getting the agreement copies and everything on the portal. So we have made that post sales experience quite smooth just by using the technology.
Yeah.
Third part is at VTP Realty, be it the customer interaction, be it generating the leads or managing the leads. Okay, everything all are based on the technology. Okay, obviously within the system, obviously you need to have very strong systems, to take
Mm.
care of the business, which is ever growing.
Mm.
Okay, So all systems are very strong, the strong ERP already in place. So at VTP Realty, we are the first one. You can say we are always innovators. Okay, and we always try new thing which is coming in the market. So
Right.
as a business, we are totally tech savvy much before the pandemic hit. Coming to the next level, we believe that this generation is changing fast. Technology is moving very fast. Okay, and even the customers' requirements are changing fast. Looking at the trends. Okay, so now we have from that scenario background where the pagers were there or the fax machines were there. Today's generation is not there. Okay, and it's changing so fast. So mobile technology and you can say the millennial, the new generation, the way they are savvy with this new technological developments, they are much ahead of us. Okay, and we believe that they are the next customers of ours. So every apartment that we are designing and building at VTP Realty are equipped with the smart home features by default.
Okay.
So none of the project of VTP Realty is made without this. So every home will come with now, with the digital lock, okay, with various options. You must have more lighting. You must have your video door phone even control to the mobile. Okay, you must have various motion sensor lights. Okay, so you need to be energy efficient. You need to be tech savvy. Whatever latest trends which are happening out there in the industry, all applications and the consumer appliances can be managed through the mobile. Okay, your geyser or AC or everything. Okay, the lights and everything. Okay, that's the kind of homes we are building now. Okay, on one side for doing business. Okay, being tech savvy for doing the business. On one side, tech savvy for our customers. So that whatever we construct and design and hand over, they're all relevant and ready for the future.
So a lot of Proptech companies are coming in India, right? So is VTP Realty collaborating with any Proptech for these features?
Absolutely. Okay. So in fact, whenever I get any requests on the LinkedIn or particularly, obviously nowadays so many new companies are coming up in this industry, Proptech particularly. Okay. In the next minute, my requirement goes, yes, we are ready to make it. Okay. So we are day in and day out exploring the new developments happening out there. Okay. Very much open for that. And anyway, VTP Realty is such a company which is always open for the suggestions and the improvements and adapting to the new developments, so that we are, you can say, right there along with the trends, and we are not outdated at any moment. So we are always available and ready, and we are, you can say, partnering with several PropTech companies on various fronts, obviously. Okay, so for various software for virtual reality, we have got several other types. Okay, for the smart home features inside the home for providing to the customers, we have got different types. Okay, so at different levels, we have got different types and with different companies.
Okay, so I wanted to know, like in global market, what we have noticed, and so many news have come that Generation Z, the millennials, they are wanting to buy homes only through virtual tours only. They don't want to visit because of COVID. They're being scared and everything. So how has the response been so far in India, especially while you were doing virtual, for your VTP homes and everything for the customers? How has the response been so far? And do you think this can go long, especially in India, or there will be a time when it comes to Indian home buyers, they want to visit the flats, they want to see it in person, or this virtual tour will remain more like it will become the trend in this year?
Okay. See, we are Indians. We are quite emotional about buying a home. Okay. So if you deprive your family of that experience of buying a home, that could be a crime. Okay. And see, virtual tools or the latest trends in the technology, they can be supplementary or complementary, okay, but they can't completely take out the physical experience of buying a home, at least in India for some time. Okay, we are all emotional. So buying a home happens, earlier it was called once in a lifetime, okay, for Indians, but today investment happens a lot. But even if the investment happens, it's a touch and feel product for Indians. And we are supposed to be more emotional compared to the other global counterparts. Okay, so I believe that the touch and feel part is not going to go out of fashion so soon. Okay, it will remain there. Okay, however, use of technology, okay, and this virtual reality, augmented reality has surely helped in managing the business in this kind of emergency scenarios.
Right.
Okay, So they're complementing. So for example, even during the last lockdown, even during this lockdown, so we are doing business. Okay. But is this business really equal or same to the regular ways of doing business? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay. So business is surely down, but is business completely off or zero? It's not off. So this virtual reality and all the latest trends in the technology are helping us to survive and do business. Okay,
Right.
surely. But this is not completely taking out the old ways of buying a home.
True.
Okay, so we look at it as a complementing thing. Okay, in the home buying process, it is not going to be the completely ruling thing. Okay, and changing the trends in the home buying process. We do not look at it that way.
True. I agree with you, because when it comes to Indian home buyers, it's not just an individual decision; it's a family decision, and and sentiments are there. People want to show their family, and especially compared to other global counterparts, of course, Indian home buyers have their family, and especially during the second wave, even Generation Z has realized that how family is important, how decisions together like these big ones like buying home is important.
See, again, to add on to this, like anyway, suppose a young couple comes to a site, okay, for checking an apartment or a project, then they will come with the parents.
Yeah.
Okay, this is that kind of a decision which won't happen without the involvement of the senior members of the family. Okay, and that is it's a festival. Home buying is a festival. Okay, and it has to be celebrated and done in a particular way. So it will be complementing things, than replacing one.
Of course. So, let's talk about commercial real estate. We have seen a lot of ups and downs in the commercial real estate market. So as a result, a lot of real estate players have to rethink their strategies as a consumer demands change, especially since the pandemic. So going forward, what would be your strategy to deal with this situation? And what factors do you think can contribute to the growth of commercial real estate?
While everybody knows well that this pandemic has hit the commercial real estate industry very badly.
Yeah.
And the commercial real estate business has taken a dip. Okay, the post-pandemic scenario, the work from home has become a new normal, more so for IT. Okay, and even the other non-IT industries also have tried to do business, in this fashion. Right. If not in 100% capacity, at least to some other 50% plus kind of a efficiency in the productivity levels. Okay, so it has surely affected the commercial business quite badly across the country. However, the moment last year also we saw that once this unlock started, the commercial real estate business was the last one to pick up. The residential real estate started picking up faster. Yeah. Okay, the commercial sentiments were still very low. Okay, however, we're looking at the last quarter, the commercial transaction also has started happening. With the retail players, the retail transaction has started happening. The bigger, larger commercial transaction, office transaction has started happening out there. And there are clear indications even from the IT companies of starting the offices, okay, for their employees from the 1st April also. Okay, so people were thinking, everybody was started expecting that this from 1st April or so, or June at max of 21, all the offices will start functioning normally. However, the second wave of this pandemic again hit us badly. Yeah. Okay, again we have gone back to the last year's stage, and again work from home for anybody and everybody. So I can say that clearly look at it again, customer real estate, commercial real estate getting affected very badly once again. Okay, so if you look at it that way, the developers in the commercial segment surely are affected quite badly. So residential developers have surely picked up and done well. Okay, but commercial real estate business is surely not come up, and we look at it to be subdued. Okay, for some more time, at least for a few months, even if the unlock starts. Okay, while there is a good amount of liquidity, okay, out there in the system. Okay, that's what we see in the share market as well. Okay, and we are clearly seeing that's extra liquidity out there in the market economy. That's flowing out there out in the share market. Okay, the moment unlock starts and everything becomes normal, and once the vaccination is done completely, okay, and people are sure of coming out in the market and work from home stops, okay, I believe that the commercial segment also will start moving up positively. I'm quite again bullish. Again, I'm looking at it as a short-term, you can say, a problem for the commercial business. Right. There was an article I was going through in a Harvard Business Review. It was saying that earlier it was thought that work from home is very good. Yeah. Okay. However, over a period of time, it was really understood by them that it's really not really good the way it was thought earlier. Okay, it is taking a hit on the mindset of the people, on the employees. Psychologically, it is not serving good for their well-being. Okay, earlier it was thought that being with the family is fantastic, but no, being with the family 24 hours is not supposed to be that great. So it is proving that the earlier assumptions are not exactly proved 100% right now. Okay, so there could be a mix and match again of work from home and work from office. Okay, but 100% work from home doesn't seem to be the reality for life now. Okay, once the unlock starts and people start coming out, once the vaccination is done, so in short, the offices are going to be the reality. Okay, it's not that the commercial real estate is going to be out of the business. It's not going to happen. But for some few more months, I believe that the developers will have to be strong-hearted, okay, and well prepared to take care of this dip in the business. Okay, but this is again for a short time. Okay, it's just a matter of time that it will come back to the normal. There is one more thing which is happening in India: the REITs. Okay, the real estate investment trust. Okay, which are becoming again new normal in the country. While globally is already the reality and the normal thing. Okay, I believe that India is witnessing this, the emergence of the REITs, and several other top developers in the country are coming out with that. I look at it as a phenomenal development in the commercial real estate segment. Okay, and I believe that 2021 and 22 will be the new year for the commercial real estate segment. This will act as you can say a phenomenal breather, or a complementing thing for the commercial real estate business. Any regular customer or a layman will be able to buy the rates. It's like a mutual fund. That means more financing avenues will be available for the developers. Okay, it clearly means that the grade A commercial development and the developers which are going to be, or the fund houses which are into the REITs, okay, will have good time. Okay, people will have alternate modes of investment through the REITs. In terms of more finances will be available for the commercial real estate business, and it will surely act as a you can say a shock absorber. Okay, for a commercial real estate business in this new financial year.
No, true. I agree with that because a lot of youngsters are investing in REITs because it's listed in stock, because they have come up with this that if they cannot invest right away now at their age in real estate assets, they rather now invest in REITs. But as I wanted to know, as you said, the commercial will be back, and of course, it will take time to revive. But how VTP is coming with these strategies currently to, cope up with this kind of scenario which is going right now?
Okay, so as I said earlier, that we at VTP Realty are quite tech savvy, okay, quite progressive minded, our team. So yes, so last 3 years we have been maintaining our number one position in Pune in terms of sales turnover, and obviously we strive to do that. Okay, and we are tech savvy. We are quite on toes kind of a company. So this pandemic lockdown also we are doing business, and I'm sure we are doing business ahead of anybody else. Okay, so that continues. Okay, so at VTP Realty we believe in setting the benchmark for ourselves. Okay, and generally which are way higher for others also to emulate. Okay, so we'll continue to do so. So while these 2 months in terms of overall business there is a dip, but in terms of the market we still remain the number one. We are still doing the higher business compared to others, but obviously by using the technology. The moment unlock starts, obviously we should be the one to take the maximum advantage of this unlock and multiply the business, in the coming time, and cover up whatever losses we have done in the last 2 months. So we are very well prepared. Our team is very well prepared and looking forward to the unlock.
That's great to know, and I'm sure the technology is playing a very pivotal role for your growth and success as well.
Absolutely. While I'm sure many other companies also are getting tech savvy now. That's the need of the hour. Okay, but right use of the technology and having the mindset to use the technology and convert it into business is very important. And that's why we believe that the teams at the VTP Realty are much ahead. Okay, and we are able to leverage the benefits out of this technology. Okay, and deliver better results.
So I want to know, do you even have an in-house technology team?
We surely have in-house technology team.
Okay.
We surely have in-house, because see, if we are meeting, what you can say, Proptech companies, even to interact with them, we need to have the experts who can talk their language.
True, I agree.
Understand what they are trying to, explain to us. Okay, so we have not an IT background people. Okay, so obviously, so we have got our own team, which is in-house, who understand their language, the Proptech company language, and obviously can explain our requirements in a better fashion. So yes, we are invested in that from quite early stage.
I think you guys would be the one of the very few developers, and I have spoken to a lot. And having an in-house technology team, which I've heard is very rare when it comes to a developers, team. Maximum goes outsourcing, or maximum is like collaboration, and that's great to know you have an in-house team, because there's someone needs to be there to understand, and of course to make sure the technology front, because as you said, technology is the future now, right? It's going to be there. So we need to have an in-house team. We need to have that particular team who can come up with innovative solutions for have the business to grow, bigger and further.
Right. I agree.
So the amount of real estate investment which we have noticed in two-tier cities has increased over the last few years. So what do you think is the future of integrated townships in tier 2 cities? And can we see, or can we expect to see VTP expand in the tier 2 cities as well, or those days are still very far away?
You asked me one question, Kritika. I believe there are several questions into the one question. So let me try to answer one by one. I'll look at the first question as the importance of the townships.
Yeah.
And how are they going to fare in the coming times? Okay. After this pandemic, particularly, so I believe that the importance of township is going up, and it's further going to go up. Right. And people started realizing the importance of having a home in a township. The reason so being, the township, the kind of arrangement that we have under the Township Act, okay, it provides us the shops for the convenient shopping. It provides us the retail shopping area. It provides the police station, fire station, hospitals. Okay, it's got the parks. Okay, the well-paved roads, landscape roads, infrastructure. Okay, so everything is there within the township. Okay, now it takes care of the safety needs of a family.
Yeah.
Okay? It takes care of the convenience, day-to-day shopping. You're not required to go out in a much far area. Okay, for doing a day-to-day shopping, convenient shopping. If you want to do a good shopping, which is retail shopping, a high-end shopping, most of the township provide those also nowadays. Okay, those things are also taken care of. Nowadays, families, have got very less time for each other because husband, wife work.
Yeah.
Both might be working in a different companies, or one might be having business, or one might be working. Now, whatever it is, we have got a less time for each other. Now, okay, so we are busy people out there, and we still want to spend quality time with the family. And I want to have a dinner with my family. I may not be required to go out. Okay, the township might have a good lounge, okay, or restaurants, for my family to be there quite easily, conveniently, safely, and be back home without wasting too much of time in the traffic and getting tired. Yeah. Okay, so be it convenience, be it safety, be it the comfort, okay, or be it the luxury, okay, needs of anybody. I believe that townships are the only one who are able to take care of all those needs simultaneously.
True.
Now, during the pandemic, obviously we were stuck within your own project.
Yeah.
Now, children need to move out. Children need to play. Okay. Now, those kind of amenities that a township kind of a structure or a setup can provide, okay, to children or senior citizens, is hardly possible for a smaller project. Okay, so township provides anything and everything to every member of the family.
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously the bread earners or the youngsters and the couples will be quite secure and comfortable. Okay, towards their children and their parents. Okay, in a township kind of a setup. Okay, and that is the reason that the sales in the township are moving on a much higher speed compared to the regular projects. That's only the scenario. That's only the reality, and I believe that in the going ahead scenario, it will further increase.
Yeah.
Coming to the scenario of tier 2 cities, whether they will have townships and whether they will be okay for this, surely they will be okay for this. Because I believe that there will be hardly any family who will not welcome this needs taken care of simultaneously, be it safety needs or convenience or the luxury or the comfort. But there will be a townships also in the tier 2 cities. Coming to the next question of yours, whether VTP Realty is looking at entering into the tier 2 cities for doing business. As of now, I must say this is quite a remote possibility. We aren't looking at the tier 2 cities actively as of now, at least. Well, it's very difficult to predict, okay, the future, okay, and what if we get the good opportunity in the tier 2 cities. But as of now, it's not on the table. As of now, we are not considering. Obviously, the reason being we are already full of work in Pune. Too much on play as of now. Too much to launch, too much to deliver in Pune. And we believe that doing business in Pune alone can take us to the leading player in the country. And that's what we are focusing on as of now. Okay. If something can happen sooner, is something entry into the Mumbai kind of a market than being in the tier 2 city. That's what will happen at VTP.
So that leads to my next question. Please tell us about your upcoming projects, expansion plans, because apart from Pune, as you said, fine, the tier 2 cities is something which you will look into later. But apart from that, which other cities are you excited about? Tell us about the 2 projects that you're looking forward to.
Okay. So this year is going to be the amazing year once again for us. Okay. So at VTP Realty, we have been growing multifold every single year. Okay. So we have been maintaining our leadership position in Pune real estate market for the last 3 years consecutively. Okay. In terms of sales turnover. So obviously we'll try to do that in this year as well. We'll try to maintain our number 1 position in Pune market once again. Not only do that, but increase the lead over the second number player. Okay. Right. Yes, we are looking at around, you can say, 8 to 10 million square feet of new launches in Pune alone.
That's great.
Okay.
That's good to know.
And that is huge by any standard for any developer. So we are looking at 8 to 10 million square feet of new launches in Pune alone. Okay, and that will be a phenomenal business. So we are currently developing our own systems and increasing our own bandwidth to take care of such an increased business simultaneously and do the business with the philosophies that we believe in at VTP Realty. Okay. That's more important, because while growing, we don't want to compromise on the values with which we have been coming up. Okay, so those are the fundamentals that we will keep on following, irrespective of the size of the company that we become. Okay, so that is something important. So while this, we are very much active in the east part of Pune and the west part of Pune, because that's where the most of the employment is there. Okay, that's where the maximum economical activity out there, in Pune, and we believe at VTP Realty, wherever there's the employment generation, we need to be there.
Of course.
Okay, so that's the whole idea. And again, we do business in a lot volume. To get the volume of business for ourselves, also we need to be in a market where there is a good amount of demand. Right. So we continue to focus on the east and west part of Pune. North and south, here and there, 5, 6, 7% of our business at max will happen. But yeah, maximum portion of business will come from the east and west part of Pune. Currently, we have got projects in near Kharadi and near Baner and Hinjawadi in the east and west of Pune. Recently in March, we launched a project in Baner area of Pune, and we launched further new clusters and projects in the same development. They are the mini township kind of area. So we launched further new projects in the same area. Okay. Other than that, we launched something new in Baudhan, which is again another prime area in Pune, which is again closer to the Hinjawadi and Mumbai Expressway. And again, having the phenomenal, you can say, nature view, out there, be it the lake or the hill view, everything is going to be there. So we will venture into the Baudhan as a new location. We launched new projects near Kharadi for Kharadi customers, which will set the, you can say, the benchmark of Kharadi on a higher level. Okay, we'll try to offer the best product in the Kharadi. Okay, and hopefully that we launch that project in the next month itself. Okay, and that has to be the best project of the Kharadi. Other than that, something very different. Hopefully, we launch a project for a plots and bungalows alone.
That's great.
Okay. In the rainy season. Okay. Again, which will take care of, because of the pandemic, what we have seen that many people are working from home, and people have realized the requirement of a home. Okay, which will provide them peace of mind. Okay, and still a fantastic avenue to work from home and be with the family. So again, provide all those things. So we realized that. So we will be launching that kind of a project very soon. We are preparing for that. So yes, very soon we will also have a project which will offer the plots and the bungalows, extensively offering the phenomenal, again, water view, wheel view, and everything will be there. Okay. From a mass segment to the absolute HNI, super HNI segment, we'll offer everything in that project. Okay. So too much of development happening at VTP Realty. It is going to be full of activities, again, full of energy throughout the year. Then more important than that, the kind of focus we are having on the delivery. Okay, we are targeting a phenomenal delivery during this year. Okay, hopefully again that should be the highest done by any developer in the country in a year. Okay, so we're talking about huge numbers. Okay, so that's the focus. So this year is going to be the game-changing year for us in terms of the business as well as the delivery, simultaneously taking care of. Coming to your another point, other markets, Mumbai surely interests us. Okay, while we know that Mumbai is very close by to Pune, the markets are totally different. They are polar apart. But at the same time, we understand the micro nuances of each market. We believe that we have got a strength, to redefine the Mumbai market once we enter there. Okay, so we have got a confidence, we have got understanding of a Mumbai market to enter there. So we are surely exploring the various proposals from Mumbai, hopefully, and this financial year could see us entering Mumbai very soon.
So for your villas and your plots project, would you even target the Mumbai market? Because what we have seen is people are buying a lot of second homes near Pune or in Pune. So do you think that would be one of the marketing strategy for this project?
Okay, the plot project, the bungalow project that we are going to launch, that is going to be in Pune or near Pune, I can say, which offers phenomenal hill views and the water views. Okay, while the Mumbai customer is going to be one of the major, you can say, target segment for us, for buying those kind of unit, be it a plot or a bungalow. Okay, but when it comes to entering the Mumbai part, so we will be in the main markets of Mumbai. Okay, directly being there. Okay, like any other developer, offering good projects, offering good value to Mumbai customers, perhaps which they have not got till now. Okay, and obviously, if it means disruption for the Mumbai market, be it. Okay, but obviously, when we come, we'll surely do that.
To tell us, how do you think that sales and automation is beneficial for your business? What is the current need gap that you think needs to be filled right now in sales and automation?
See, Kritika, today, having automation in sales is not a question of being tech savvy or trendy, but I believe that this has become a basic need, to be successful in sales, for anybody and everybody. Okay, so first of all, I believe that every developer needs to come to the terms with this, and get ready, with the automation. Now, having said that, and having been the pioneer in using the latest technology, I must say that there is a huge amount of gap in what is actually needed by the industry and what is available out there. Okay, there's a whole amount of gap, and I believe that Proptech companies should be working and should work, in offering the right solutions to the real estate industry. How? Okay, so like today, for example, there are so many social media platforms through which any developer will generate the lead. Now we have got several CRM or the pre-sales platforms, tech platforms, through which the leads are routed to the pre-sales team and then to the sales team, and that's how they are handled. Now we have come across so many softwares. Okay, if one or two softwares are really good, they are very costly. Not all the developers can really afford. Okay, that's a big problem. So either or otherwise there are softwares. Okay, they are affordable for any developer. Okay, but then they are not offering those kind of tech features they should be offering. Okay, so there is a lot amount of mismatch. Okay, so I believe that the need of the right pre-sales and CRM software which takes care of all the needs of a developer at the right price. This is first and very basic need of any developer. And I keep discussing with so many experts from the industry, and everybody is struggling on the same front. And I have seen developers, including us, trying so many softwares again and again. Okay, we have literally spent a lot of money on this front. And that's a huge loss for any developer. Okay, and we are still looking for something which is completely ideal and the best for the industry. It is not there. Okay, so I believe there's a whole amount of scope for the Proptech companies to work upon. That's one. Okay, second part is like, again, all this technological development or automation you can see for the sales, for the developer, which is happening, is quite fragmented and not interlinked. What does it mean? Okay, again, so like nowadays, like virtual buying and online buying is becoming a reality. Okay, so there are some softwares good in the online buying, fair enough. But the moment you want to integrate the virtual reality, the giving that right experience out there, or having the video conference through that software, things get stuck. Okay, things do not happen that seamlessly or smoothly the way it should happen. Okay, to give that good experience to the customer. Okay, so while there are, you can say, bits and pieces development happening out there. Okay, but integrated development from start lead generation to handling of the lead by the pre-sales, to the handing over of the lead to the sales, and sales conducting this virtual meeting with the customer and explaining the entire project and the sample flat online and booking through online. I believe that there is a shortage or a dearth of such the right amount of softwares on the platform even today.
Yeah.
Okay, we keep in interacting in all the Proptech companies day in day out. Okay, who are into this. Okay, but we also are having everything in a bits and pieces, and we are trying to integrate all these things. Now you know how difficult it is or cumbersome it is to integrate different tech platforms with each other.
Yeah.
We are trying to speak these different tech platforms with each other. It is very difficult and not very seamless. It's better to have one platform which takes care from start lead generation to the closure of the customer at one go. Okay, I believe somebody needs to come up and develop a platform, okay, which will take care of all these needs, obviously at a price point which will be comfortable for any developer, not just a national level developer or a big developer of a city, okay, but for anybody and everybody. There are so many thousands of developers in any city in our country. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
so much of customer base is there for them. It's time for perhaps the technological expert people, to get into this and develop a right automation related tools and softwares platforms for the industry.
So there you have it. All the PropTech companies out there, you need to take this solution completely considering, because a lot of developers have said this and Sachin has explained it really well. So I'm sure this will help PropTech guys also to understand what exactly developer wants and what kind of integration seamless they require. So this will help the other PropTech companies. Thank you so much, Sachin, for joining us today. It was great to have you, and especially to get such great insights on the technology front, on Pune market front. And I wish you all the best, especially having more phenomenal, sales. And we wish you to come and explore Mumbai market soon.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Kritika, for asking the phenomenal question, the right, relevant question. Thank you so much. It was very nice to interact with you.
Thank you. Thank you.